September 18th, 2022, World Cup final. You talk about the power, the emotional power of sports, right? My family and I were sitting and watching the World Cup final, and we had the extent to which we were emotionally vested in Messi winning the World Cup can only demonstrate the beauty of sports, right? Because here's a guy that, right, we've never met him.
Right.
We're not Argentinian. Right. He doesn't know that we're alive.
Right.
And yet it's life and death for us that he should. I mean, it was so harrowing. I don't know if you watched the game, that at one point my son, who's 11 years old, said, I can't watch this anymore. I'm going to have a heart attack. That's the power of sports, that it can pull us in and it can make us truly tribal. And in my case, before you interject, it was kind of driven, my desire for him to win was driven by really a purity strand. It was that it seemed cosmically unjust for the greatest soccer player of all time to not have won the World Cup. So when he won it, to me, it seemed like the world is right. Beauty has won.
I get it.
Look at
That's
this guy.
awesome.
And I should add, what a guy, right? Humble, sweet, family man.
What's fascinating to me is, as happy as they are, the people on the other team that were rooting for the team, they're devastated right now.
Yeah.
That's the weird thing about sports. You can get so attached to what's happening that a loss is like really a loss.
Yeah.
Can't believe we fucking lost to Kansas City.
Well, in my first book ever, 2007, Evolutionary Basic Consumption, I talk about studies, not my studies, I was citing other works, that looked at what happens to the testosterone levels of fans as a function of whether their team wins or loses. Of course,
how do you test that?
Well, it's been tested. You just take salivary assays of fans as their team is winning or losing.
You can get the testosterone levels from that?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and so now what? It's not surprising, as you would know as a fighter, that if you and I fight and you defeat me, your testosterone level goes up, my testosterone level goes down.
Like a video game.
Like a video game. Except what's happening here is that there is a vicarious endocrinological response. The fans are having the same increases in their testosterone levels or decreases as a function of their team winning or not. That's quite extraordinary. And that shows you why we become so bonded to our favorite players and so on. We are really going through this battle with them.
Yeah, it's really the case with fighters. When people have a fighter that they're really a giant fan of and that person gets beaten in a devastating manner, it's heartbreaking.
There's even studies, by the way, that have looked at what happens to sexual behavior of fans after their team wins or loses. So if let's say if your wife is upset that you haven't been producing in the bedroom, she should pray that the husband's favorite team wins, because if he wins, he has an increase in testosterone level, increases their libidinal drive, and so we're animals.
It's just